Hello, I'm Ryan Permison. In the 1940s, Warner Brothers, as well as many other studios, were releasing films very, very fast. One of those films was put together with an incredible cast, but no one could have predicted how successful or maybe not successful it was going to be. That film is known as Casablanca. It stars Humphrey Bogart, Ingrid Bergman, Paul Henry, among many, many other talented actors and actresses of their respective era. This movie was still in some portions of this movie were still being written as they were shooting it. And towards the end of it, some of the producers came back, did some reshoots because they were somewhat unhappy with the original ending, and they added some dialogue in at the very tail end of the movie. But the rest is history. So with that being said, we are here to celebrate the 80th anniversary of arguably one of the greatest motion pictures of all time. According to esteemed film critic Leonard Maltin, he gives this film 4 stars and calls it the best Hollywood movie of all time. Well, I am not alone in this celebration. Joining us tonight are some very special guests, starting with Rosemary Rose is in the building. Hello, Rose. How are you?
Hi, everyone. Yeah, thank you for having me here, Ryan, for this momentous occasion. Casablanca is considered one of the best films of all time, and I'm glad to be here this evening.
Well, we're very thankful to have you with us here, Rose. And also join us, I believe this is his very first time here, if I'm not mistaken, here in the nerd culture portion of the studios anyway, and his first time being a part of one of our anniversary watch-alongs. Please welcome the wise sage, the man who knows it all, full of useless, or maybe not so useless, information. Please welcome Jerome. Jerome, what's going on, man?
Welcome, Ryan. Hey, thank you for inviting me. This is my favorite film of all time. And I'm a movie buff, so this says a lot. I love this film. I love talking about this film. I have watched it tons, so it's just it's great. And thank you once again for letting me join you on this great movie.
Well, we're very thankful to have you here with us here, Jerome. And for those of you who are watching this and being a part of this from the comfort of your very own home, thank you so much for being here. We are going to be watching the movie known as Casablanca tonight. And if you want to watch it with us, it is streaming on HBO Max, hashtag not a sponsor. And if you're watching on a physical media, please queue up your copy, get it ready. We are going to start at the 4-second mark as the Warner Brothers logo is appearing on your respective screens. But before we hit the magical button known as play, I'm going to give you the opportunity to get to know our panelists just a little bit better. Starting with Rosemary Rose. Rose, what was your first experience with Casablanca, and did you have any expectations going in to see it, whether it be on home video or in a re-release?
I actually had rented the movie way back in the 1990s. I was on a Humphrey Bogart kick, and I watched every Humphrey Bogart film I could get my hands on, including Casablanca. So I really enjoy the movie. It's probably one of the best movies of all time. And, I just love Humphrey Bogart. So.
I mean, here's looking at you, kid. But aside from that, that's fantastic stuff. Jerome, what was your first experience with this movie? Did you have any expectations going in?
I was about 13 years old, and it was on a syndicated UHF channel when I first watched it. Had no idea what this film was. I was surfing the channels back then, which was you stand next to the TV and you start going click, 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 click.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, back up. What's that? And I caught basically from about the middle on, and I went, wow, this is a really great film. And so I had to wait till it got aired again and that sort of thing. It was one of those things. And then when the VHS craze happened, I watched it again and again. And as a matter of fact, it had a big box set at one point with a book and some really good stills and a movie poster, which is floating somewhere around this house. Plus, I have the DVD version of it. I really wish they would release this thing on Blu-ray, clean up the print a little bit. I don't know if it is on Blu-ray.
It actually is.
Is it?
Yeah,
all right. Well, now I know what.
For the 80th anniversary.
All right. Well, I got to put that on my Christmas list.
I was going to say they just re-released it on 4K.
Well, that's a little more than I can do.
No, Blu-ray is fine.
Yeah.
Everything's better in blue anyway.
Yeah. So this was the film. I mean, there's a documentary about this film. There's college courses on this film. You just can't say enough about good things about this film. And as I tell people, this is also a great date film too. You know, because of everything involved in it. I have on more than one occasion done a date film with this. I went once to the theater and saw this in a theater with a date. This was one of the films that I used to woo my wife. So, you know, this and Errol Flynn's Robin Hood. Between these two, I figured she didn't have a chance. So,
boy,
you know, cook her a good meal and have a double feature film you can't lose.
I was going to say the wonderful things we have learned on this very program, and we haven't even started the movie yet. But Jerome, we love it. We absolutely love it. For me personally, I didn't see this movie until some years ago. It was they re-aired it on television. I believe it was on a PBS station at some point, like PBS Night at the Movies, whatever it was. I taped it on something known as a DVR for those of us living in the digital era. Watched it back for the first time ever. And no, there were no commercials. It was the entire film from beginning to end. There were no commercials. And I watched it. I was blown away. I was like, man, for a film that was made in this portion of time, this is incredible work. The acting is strong. The scenery is sharp. The look of it is fantastic. The score's great. The soundtrack's good. Claude Rains chews up the scenery every chance he gets, alongside Sidney Greenstreet and Peter Lorre. Excellent, sir. Excellent. So I can't say enough. And after I love
Sidney Greenstreet and Peter Lorre were also in another Humphrey Bogart famous film,
Maltese Falcon.
Yes,
the
they
Falcon,
were.
exactly.
Yep.
And I love that movie. I love that movie. Yes,
Yeah.
I have that one on Blu-ray too. Just so we're keeping score at home, I have both films on Blu-ray. So don't come at me in the comments. But what is it, Jerome? It's the stuff that dreams are made of. Anyway,
I bring it over, but I can't find it. It's packed away. But I do have my own version of the Maltese Falcon.
It's great, isn't it? Guess what? So do I.
Yeah.
It's right over here. I'll show it to you in a bit. But aside from that, after watching the movie, I loved it. And then they came out with it some years ago for its 75th. I went to the theater. It was brought to you by fathomevents.com. Watched it at my local theater, and I loved it even more. So with that being said, that's been my experience. I love to pieces. And we are going to start watching this thing. And once again, if you have any thoughts, any feelings, any memories of this film, any way, shape, or form, anything Casablanca related, put it in the chat, put it in the comments. Our producer's going to be keeping an eye on it as we go throughout the course of the night. If you're going to watch it with us on our physical media or streaming service, we are going to start at the 4-second mark. And we are going to start this film. I'm going to give everyone a countdown, including our lovely panelists here. We are going to start watching this incredible film and celebrate the 80th anniversary of Casablanca in 3, 2, 1, and play. So there you go. That is the magic cue to hit play on your respective device, streaming service, or physical media, however you want to go about it. Warner Brothers logos coming up. Opening credits are starting. The names are being mentioned. And this is my first time learning about some of these actors, too, whether it's the Bogarts. This is the first Bogey movie I ever saw, first Ingrid Bergman appearance I've ever seen, Paul Henry, some of the other actors. And then I went back and saw the Maltese Falcon. I love these actors even more. So, yay! I did my homework. At least at some point. So yeah, that's my 2 cents on that. Let's see.
I just have to say the score is amazing.
It is, isn't it?
Where am I at?
Incredible stuff.
You know this film was filmed in the summer of 1941, right? And that it was an anti-war film.
Yep.
Yeah,
very much
against
so.
the Nazis. Yeah.
It was filmed around and during the actual events of World War II.
Yep.
I like the narration here too, giving us a little bit of exposition, letting us know, hey, this is what's going on in the world. People are traveling from place to place to find, safety and freedom.
Yep.
Then the coming of the Second World War. It's got the old time golden age radio voice.
Yep.
From Paris
line,
to Marseille. Which I think the Indiana Jones movies copied from that.
Yes. Yep.
Did you notice that, Jerome? That Indiana
Yeah,
Jones copied that?
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of Indiana Jones, did you notice that the latest issue of Empire magazine has the 850-year-old Harrison Ford on the front cover in his indie getup?
No.
Promoting the new film Indiana Jones 5 and the search for the right rest home. I mean, that's the title of the new film, isn't it? Let us know in the chat if you know what the subtitle is for Indy 5, because I'm curious what it's going to end up being.
Hang on a second here. I gotta.
Everyone else in Casablanca is, wait, And
Where are we
wait,
at? Well, how many
and wait.
seconds in are we in?
Oh, I'm sorry. We're in
Ryan?
the 2 minutes and 23 seconds of the
Okay.
movie, of the Casablanca movie, just to be more specific.
Yeah, I'm behind a
skip?
little bit.
No. All right.
I think I might be a tad ahead.
No.
Okay. Well, to give you a quick timestamp, I'm at 2:40, 2 minutes and 40 seconds. So
Okay.
when the guys
I'm watching it on HBO Max, so it makes it.
Okay.
It's
No,
like,
I just rented it. I just rented it on Amazon.
Oh, you don't have
'Cause-
HBO Max? Okay.
No, I don't have HBO Max.
Bummer.
But no, normally I would run it on my DVD, but they're all packed away right now because we moved and all that.
Didn't do your due diligence before the show?
Well, I had to do things like go to work and all that today.
Yeah, that's
so
true. You were on a tight schedule today.
Yeah.
Respectively. By the way, Garth McMurray's here with us. He says, I can't hang for the entire full watch along of this presentation, but I just want to poke my head in, say that Casablanca has been my favorite movie since I was a kid, over 45 years now.
Very
Yeah.
awesome.
Wow.
That is
Okay,
really cool.
So the picture of the guy that he got shot in front of is
Yes.
the head of the Vichy government in France after the Nazis took over.
Ooh,
Okay.
I was not aware of that.
Yeah.
By the way, thank you, Garth, for chiming in here for a quick moment. Starting documents.
Yeah. And the funny thing is this film was released 2 weeks after Pearl Harbor.
Really?
Yeah. Which made it interesting that it was such an anti-war film that when it was released, but it was still a success.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Very true.
Yeah. So.
Gotta watch out for these people, ladies and gentlemen. Vultures, vultures, vultures.
Yeah.
Pocket. I beg you, please be careful walking down the streets.
Uh-oh.
Very dangerous. Very dangerous, dangerous. Very sneaky, some of these characters.
Yeah.
I seem to have left my wallet at the hotel.
Cafe Americana. Let me see here.
Oh my gosh, Garth McMurray's chiming in with some interesting facts here or so. It says, the fact I love, although an initial release date was set for early 1943, the film premiered at the Hollywood Theater in New York on November the 26th of 1942 to capitalize on Operation Torch, which is the Allied invasion of French North Africa and the subsequent capture of Casablanca.
Wow.
There you go, Garth. Way to go with those fun facts, man. Thanks for being here. We appreciate it. Don't forget to like and share this video with all of your closest friends because they're going to like the way they look after watching this special 80th anniversary presentation of Casablanca. We guarantee it.
Okay, the airplane was a Lockheed L-12 Electra Jr.
Ah, interesting. You get a bit of an introduction to Claude Rains' character, and Claude Rains is an incredible actor, no matter what the man's in. I mean, I've seen him in this. I've seen him in what else? I saw him in The Phantom of the Opera. I saw him in The Invisible Man, even though you can't really see him in that movie because he's invisible. But it's a great movie, though. It's a great movie for the original Universal horror films. Those that monster movies. What was it? The Invisible Man. He was in The Wolf Man with Lon Chaney Jr.
Yep.
Another incredible movie. So, and also he was in Hitchcock's Notorious.
Let's see.
Speaking of Ingrid Bergman, she was in that one too.
Oh, Ingrid Bergman had a fascinating, sad history too. She got blacklisted because she got pregnant with somebody, and she wasn't married to him.
Really?
Yeah, Claude Rains was in The Seahawk with Errol Flynn.
Oh, speaking of Errol Flynn, there you go. No fun fact about Errol Flynn.
Let's see
I feel like we're gonna have 6 degrees of Claude Rains here tonight. There may be 6 degrees of separation. I don't know.
His last film was the greatest story ever told. He was Herod.
Ooh. Okay.
1965.
65.
He was just really good at being bad, you know.
He was in Lawrence of Arabia.
Wow, I didn't know that one.
Yeah, that's a great film. Let's see here.
See an introduction to Sam, played by Dooley Wilson.
Oh yeah.
Movie.
Now, Dooley had just released that song As Time Goes By.
Oh, nice. My hair's curly.
Yeah. Except Dooley, as far as I know, Dooley did not know how to play.
He didn't.
No, he just sort of moved his hands over the keyboards. You notice that you never really see his hands playing.
Yep. Audio. What was it? 80 audio came in later. Yeah.
Yeah.
Someone else was eventually helping him play it, but yeah, didn't know how to play the piano. Not one lick of it.
Yep.
Oh goodness gracious! Let's see here. What man? Garth has got tons of information here. Where am I going with this? Hold on. So that's why its release dates back to 1942, but it was eligible for the awards for movies released in 1943, which, by the way, fun fact, Casablanca ended up winning 3 Academy Awards, including Best Picture in 1943.
There you go.
Yep. And Garth says, as we pointed out a few moments ago here, Dooley Wilson did not know how to play the piano, and he actually faked it.
Oh,
James.
Yeah.
Fun facts. I'm loving it, Garth. I'm loving it, man. I didn't even know this about you, Garth. I've known you for a good while now. I didn't know this was your favorite movie. This is awesome sauce, dude. You picked a good one.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind going to a cafe like this.
So our maitre d' here actually has more screen time than Peter Lorre or Sidney Greenstreet.
Ah.
Really?
Yep.
Oh. He's a good character. He's a good actor. Has his moments as well.
I don't know if you noticed the date on that thing where he said okay, where he signed okay, was 2nd December of 1941.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, I see it now. Yep, just appeared on my screen. And he signs it, okay, Rick. Yeah. And he's playing a game of chess, I believe, by himself.
Yes, what a nice set.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I don't know. I like a game of chess every once in a blue moon. Haven't played it in a while though, but I still remember how each piece is on the board move.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
I
Garth
enjoy
said,
it. I'm not very good at it.
Oh, yeah, all right. Well, if all of us gather together, in the state of sunshine state of Florida, maybe we can play a game of chess together. You never know. Stranger things have happened in Florida, my friends. Let's see. Garth says, I love it because it's a piece of war, it's a piece of drama, it's a romance, it's humor, it's music, it's everything rolled into one film, Garth says.
Mm-hmm.
That's a fair point. Peter Lorre is such a sneaky one. Oh, excuse me, Rick, excuse me. Your cash is good at the bar. You're lucky the bar's open to you. I'm sorry, I can't help it. I just... If anyone's willing to do it in the state of Maryland, I'm willing to reenact some of these scenes on stage. I'm willing to do it. I'm willing to do it. I can pull off a bogey, Maybe I can pull off a bit of a Peter Lorre. I don't know. Maybe I could. Do you mind if I join?
He's always such a little slimy character.
He is. He is.
But
he does it so well.
He does.
My understanding was behind the scenes, the guy was incredibly gracious guy. I've heard nothing but good things about him. He was in 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. He was in, let's see here.
You despise me, don't you? Well, if I gave you any thought, I probably would. That's a good insult right there.
Yeah. He did a number of things besides The Falcon.
Mm-hmm. Which is one of my all-time. That's another one of my favorite movies, The Maltese Falcon, for sure.
Yeah. Let's see here.
Well, a certain character is going to appear a little bit later on in this film, and I do have a question regarding that particular actress. I'm wondering if she's the same one I was thinking of from a different movie, but I'll let you in on that as soon as we get a little bit more so into the film. But I do want to let you know that we are celebrating the 80th anniversary of Casablanca here at its Nerdculture. We are at the 11-minute and 25-second mark if you're just joining us. Feel free to queue up your copy on your physical media or streaming service. Watch the movie along with us. If you have any thoughts, memories, opinions, whatever they may be, drop them like it's hot in the chat, in the comments. Make sure you like and share this video with all of your closest friends. We enjoy hearing from you. And if this is your first time joining us, welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for being with us. And don't forget to like and share it with all your friends.
Yeah. So...
Such a shame about those 2 German goodies, Rick.
Okay, so just so I can make sure I'm timed with you, where are you at now on time-wise?
Well, for me, I'm at 12 minutes even right now.
Okay, I got to wait 15 seconds. Holler when you get to 12:15.
Everyone's at different places.
Mm-hmm.
Look at the bright side. At least we're not too far behind or forward.
There,
No,
I should be just about even with you now.
Okay. there you go. It's fine. I'm just giving you a heads up. If
So-
anyone else needs a timestamp in the chat, let us know. We'll give it to you. I'm sorry, Jerome. What were you gonna say?
I was going to say that he was, if you want to see him in a non-skeezy role, there's a movie called Voyage to the Bottom of the Sea where he plays a scientist.
Really?
Ooh, really?
I did not see that film.
Mm-hmm.
Voyage to the Bottom of the Sea? I'm not familiar with this one.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea,
It was
obviously.
Voyage to the Bottom of the Sea movie was what they used for the pilot for this TV show. And it had Walter Pidgeon in it, including Barbara Eden was in it also.
I Dream of Jeannie? No kidding.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, I will admit it. I did watch reruns of I Dream of Jeannie growing up.
I think.
But we all did. We all did. You know, who cares? It doesn't matter what age you were. They were airing on, what was it called? TV Land or UPN or MeTV, whatever it was.
Oh, it was syndicated on UHF and stuff when I was a kid. So
Different networks.
It had Walter Pidgeon, Joan Fontaine, Barbara Eden, Peter Early, and Frankie Avalon.
The Frankie Avalon?
Wow.
Yeah. Frankie Avalon I'm familiar with. And I see the appearance of Sidney Greenstreet just walked into Rick's Cafe de Vatican.
Yep.
Excellent, sir. Excellent.
So here's a general trivia. When Roosevelt came back from a wartime conference with Churchill at Casablanca, he asked for a private screening of the film at the White House.
Oh, my
nice.
goodness. Oh, my goodness gracious. Oh. So, Rick, how much for Sam? Oh, it's not for sale. Pay him double.
Yeah, but people is the greatest asset in Casablanca.
That's right. It's right, Rick. Why don't you run your salon the way you want to? Let me run mine. I can't help it. I love the interactions between certain characters. Sam, Ferrari wants to pay you to play for him at the Blue Pen. Oh, well, I like it fine. Just here, sir. You'll pay double what I pay you. Well, I don't have enough to do with the money I already have. Sorry.
Because I love you.
That's right.
Madeline LeBeau.
Is that the woman at the bar?
Uh-huh.
Because honestly, for a second there, I thought it was Mary Astor from Maltese.
Nope.
Just with longer hair.
Mm-hmm.
But what was her name again?
Madeline LeBeau.
Very beautiful, I might add.
Oh, yeah. Let's see what
she does kind of look like Mary Astor.
She does. She reminded me so much of Mary Astor. I'm like, wait a minute, is this a crossover between Maltese and Casablanca?
Yeah, no.
That would be something like a alt universe. Yeah.
Alternate universe. Maybe it's a multiverse of madness there, Rose?
Yeah.
I don't know. She's a wonder. She looks like a beautiful
actress.
actress.
She just passed in 2016.
No kidding.
Yeah, she was 92. She did a lot of French films.
Oh. Any of them that we may have heard of in the past?
No, not that I can see any. I mean, I don't know any. I'm not good with the French films.
Neither am I. I just know curse words from them. That's
it.
Sorry. Elephant in the room. But, you know, sometimes these things happen. Let's see here. Garth McMurray chimes in. He's got a few more things to share with us this evening. He says, I got Brett Sheridan to reenact the ending speech, doing it in Elmo's voice. It's absolutely hilarious. Wow, that's, oh my goodness gracious, Garth. And he also says they made a great TV series of that, too. Really?
Yeah.
You mean of Casablanca or something else?
So apparently, she and Marcel, who plays the croupier, I don't know what that means. Emile?
Yes.
They were married at the time of the filming, and they had just escaped the Nazis from France.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That is something.
Can you imagine, like, having a restaurant right by an airport? You know, strip like that.
Well, you did back then because the planes weren't as loud as they are today.
Yeah. Plane to Lisbon. You think you were going to be on it?
I love the line. I love the line. Did you
abscond with the church funds? Did you run up with the senator's wife?
I love the line. The romantic in me thinks that you killed somebody. You know?
I think that you killed somebody. It's so romantic in me, Rick. I came here for the waters. Waters? What waters? We're in the desert.
I was misinformed.
There's so many good one-liners in here. There really are. I love it. Whether it's non-exposition or something else, it could be anything. I got to be honest with you. Garth McMurray says the TV series was as a reference to Voyage Under the Sea. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Voyage Under the Sea. Got it. I believe Wasn't there a box set of that?
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't there in Walmart? Voyage Under the Sea, I may have seen. I don't know.
Voyage to the Bottom of the Sea.
I'm gonna have to look that up. I'm not familiar with it though.
Oh yeah.
If anyone knows where it's streaming, throw me advice in the chat. What was that, Garth? Oh yeah, he says. Oh wait, he went back a step. I'm sorry. Fun fact about Humphrey Bogart himself: he was kicked out of Phillips Academy and Andover Prep School, where my dad taught art, and I worked in the AV Center. There are different stories, but the main one is he threw the headmaster into Rabbit Pond. Woo!
Garth, you do realize that I'm from Massachusetts, and I happen to live near this area that you're talking about.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Look at that.
Yep, I know where that's at. I actually worked in there a couple of times.
Look at that, Jerome. All the dots are being connected in the chat box.
Mm-hmm. Carl?
Rick, there's going to be quite a bit of excitement tonight. We're planning to make an arrest. And then Garth replies to Jerome's fun facts about him living in that same area. Cool, he says.
So did you guys know that this was based loosely off of a play?
Yes. Yep. I did hear about that it was loosely based off of, well, yeah, that it was based off a play. There have been several documentaries, there have been many books written about the making of this film, Casablanca, and they're all great. They're all fantastic.
There was another film that was very popular at the time called Algiers. And that's what this film was supposed to be sort of a copy of, because Algiers made a boatload of money, and they said, hey, we got to do another one of these because it made money, so we need to make money too. And little did they know when they did this that people would forget completely about Algiers and then remember Casablanca only. So,
well, when you have an actress by the name of Ingrid Bergman lighting up the screen everywhere she goes, I can see why.
Yeah.
Yeah. Honestly, first time I saw her walk, I mean, she's going to be walking into Rick's cafe here momentarily, but the first time I saw her, I was like, who is this woman? What is she all about? What is the deal? I was captivated by this one.
Yeah, she's such a woman of mystery, you know?
Mm-hmm.
She just walks right in, and you're thinking to yourself, who is she? What is she all about? I want to know everything there is to know about her, Rick. It's the romantic in me.
Let's see. Ingrid Bergman won her third Academy Award for Best Supporting Actress on Murder on the Orient Express.
I still have not seen
she's won
that version.
3.
I still have not seen that version.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have not seen that version?
No, I've only seen I've only seen the what's his name, the Kenneth Branagh remake.
It's
a great film.
The Albert Finney version.
Oh yeah, she's right.
Oh, that's the like.
I probably should, considering the fact that I like a good mystery.
All-star cast. Oh my.
Oh
goodness.
yeah, that's a heck of a film.
I'm gonna have to look that one up.
I did not like Kenneth Branagh's remake. I wanted to, and
I liked it.
I liked it. I had fun with it actually. I mean, I liked it for what it was, but then again, I had nothing to compare it to because I haven't seen any other iteration of the story.
This is also true, but I'm a huge Agatha Christie fan in the first place. So.
Well, I like Agatha Christie. We read the book in our classrooms, and then there were none.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's the first one that I actually read.
Mm-hmm. Which reminds me, Rose, here's something you'll appreciate. I went to a lovely place. It's called Barnes & Noble. Some time ago when they have these they repackage all the classic books. So I have a hardcover called And Then There Were None and Other Mysteries by Agatha Christie. So I have 3 books in one.
Ooh, very nice.
Which includes And Then There Were None. I think the other one is it Death on the Nile? Is it
Death on the Nile? Yep. Now Kenneth Branagh just redid that one. I haven't had a chance to see that.
Me neither. I haven't. It's sitting on my HBO Max queue, but I haven't seen it yet.
Okay.
What was it? What was the other one? I can't remember the other one. What was it? It wasn't Red House Mysteries. It's something else. I can't remember. I'll have to worry about that later. But I do have the book. I just haven't read it yet. But anyway, I'll get to it someday. Can I cash my chips in, please? Anywho, what was this?
I love this.
God.
Rick, help me, Rick.
Help me. Yeah, he's about to. I'm not quite.
He's about to rabbit. There you go.
Yeah, he's about to He's rabbiting. He's like, Rick, you must help me. Help me, hide me, Rick. You must help me. So good at that. Anyway, few things have happened. What was he saying again? Oh yeah, Garth McMurray says, speaking of related films, Barbed Wire with someone known as Pamela Anderson is based on the comic book, but the plot is totally Casablanca.
It's 100% Casablanca. Yeah.
The comedy, what was it called? Out Cold is also mostly Casablanca related. I did not know that.
Oh yeah.
I didn't know that about, what was the other one? Barbed Wire either. And yes, I know of Barbed Wire, Garth. I just never seen it.
You didn't miss much.
I know. I hear a lot of people tell me you haven't missed anything. By the way, Garth says do not look up the original title, and then there were none. It shows on the Wikipedia page that Agatha Christie titled it after a children's rhyme that is very, very bad these days.
Yes, it was.
Thanks for telling me that, Garth. I'll have to remember that when I'm reading the book.
Mm-hmm. Here comes my favorite line when he gets the dossier on himself.
There are certain parts of New York I wish you to avoid.
No, my favorite part is, are my eyes really brown?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, gee willikers, it's a good one. For those of you just joining us, we were at the 23 minutes and 28 second mark here on Casablanca, celebrating its 80th birthday here on the special presentation. If you're just joining us, queue up your copy on a physical media or a streaming service. Watch it along with us. Share your feelings, your thoughts, your memories, opinions, whatever they may be, in the comments here in the live chat. And whether you're watching us live or on the replay, I want to say welcome and thank you for being with us.
There, that's me. Sections of New York.
I just like the dialogue in this movie. It's just sharp. It just moves. It just keeps on moving.
Well, that's the beauty of it. You know, it doesn't. None of the lines feel forced. It's a smoothing, and you also notice the chemistry among the actors is really good because they've all worked together as part of the studio system.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yep. Many
So they all
studios
know
had a
each
lot of
other.
actors and actresses that were under contract, and they were churning out movies like crazy. And they were putting it's like movies were on a conveyor belt, and they were just putting them out as best they can because they were just trying to get people to be entertained. But what I'm saying is, some people were unsure of how this movie was going to turn out because it was just, people are moving so fast and they're putting out movies so quickly. They're thinking, is this thing going to be a hit or not so much of a hit? But luckily enough, this film was a huge success. But because at the very end of the day, it won 3 Academy Awards in 1943.
Well, not only that, but also, I mean, this film has it's universal. Okay, that's the beauty of it. Now, one thing I wanted to comment on that I found amusing in this one is everybody's always eating caviar. Have you noticed that?
No.
Yeah, they just right there in front of the German that's talking is a bowl of caviar, and everywhere they're
Major Strasse.
Right, Major Strasse. They're either eating caviar or drinking champagne, and I'm just like, really, the 1940s was a lot hipper than I thought. And I don't know. I've tried caviar, and quite frankly, I don't see the appeal.
I don't like it either. It's too salty.
Oh, well, there you go. Well, here comes the introduction of the 2 other main actors and actresses in this film.
Now
Ingrid Bergman and Paul Henry.
Now, notice when they show her close-ups, how they do the lighting on her face.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Camera work, the techniques, everything that was used to film this, incredible.
Yeah. Oh.
The lights, the shadows, how they mix in the colors.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Champagne cocktail they drink, which I'm trying to figure out what the heck is a champagne cocktail.
Anyone wants to Google it, let us know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've never had a sip of champagne or what's the other
dude.
I've never had any of that stuff. Never had any of it. I've never had what's the other one called? It's champagne, it's Cristal, what's another one? It's another popular one that's featured in many fancy restaurants. Merlot. I mean, none of that. I've never had any of it.
Oh, you've never had any wine?
No,
never.
Wine?
So just so you know, Dooley Wilson worked for Paramount, not Warner Brothers. I mean,
no kidding.
Yeah. And so they used to trade actors back and forth, the studios. So he got $500 a week to work on this film.
Oof.
Heck, today that's still, some money.
I could use $500 a week, couldn't you? That would pay for a lot of my comic books now, wouldn't it?
$500.
Garth is explaining what a champagne
cocktail is.
I'm sorry. No,
Cocktail
Garth says,
yes.
Drop the sugar cube into a champagne flute, add your cognac or brandy, top with brut champagne, garnish with lemon, and enjoy it.
Wow. I may have to try that.
Okay. Thanks
Sounds
for the
yummy.
tip there, Garth.
Thank you, Garth.
Feel free to let us know any other fun facts about drinks that I don't know about because I've never had any of this stuff. I don't know. I'm just not a drinker. I'm just not that type of person. I don't know. But listen, I'm not against anyone who does it. You go ahead and be who you are.
But Ryan, with all these great films, they have all these drinks in that you have to try. Like, I've tried the vodka martini, shaken not stirred. Right. I mean, you have to try these films.
Well, how was it when you had it?
Oh, it was horrible.
No. That doesn't make me feel any easier about me trying it the next time I'm at a bar.
Yeah, but I don't. Yeah, go ahead.
I've heard that martinis are an acquired taste.
They are. They're very much an acquired taste.
Okay. Well, we can leave it at that. I don't know. It's kind of funny though how during and this is just a quick what do you call it? A quick sidebar here.
Yeah.
In the Daniel Craig era, he was like dry martini. Oui, monsieur. Wait. 3 measures of Gordon's.
Yeah, I've had that. I've had that also.
Shake it up with rice and then a thin slice of lemon peel. I'm like, whoa.
Yeah, I've had that.
Daniel Craig was very specific about what he wanted.
Yeah, I've had that. It was a horrible drink.
It was?
It's pretty terrible.
Well, that doesn't make me feel any easier. But anyway, I'm just kidding you. By the way, Garth chimes in. He says, I rarely drink, but I keep a copy of the Vespa Martini recipe in my wallet from Casino Royale. Okay. And then Garth goes on to say the Quina de Lait part of the recipe is rare, and many bars don't even have it. Yeah. I was not aware of that, Garth.
Let's see here. The producer nearly made the character Sam a woman. Hazel Scott, Lena Horne, and Ella Fitzgerald were considered for the role.
Lena Horne and Ella
Fitzgerald. That would have been
wow! Imagine that. Imagine if that had been the case.
What if Ella Fitzgerald ended up in this one?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Yeah.
That's a bit of a different flavor.
Yeah, that would have changed the entire dynamic of the film.
I think it would have. Yeah. Fair point.
This would really work as a play. The way that it's filmed.
Because it's mostly set in one specific area.
Yeah. I think there's like only what they have a set in the police station's office, Green Street,
the prefect's office, the streets of Casablanca, and the marketplace.
They also do
it's like 4 scene changes in one movie.
Yeah, and that's about it.
Well, then you have the airport scene at the very end. So technically it's like
but I mean, you could pull that off.
Yeah, you could do that real easily behind a curtain.
You could put that behind a wall somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be at the airport.
Yeah, you can rotate the set.
Yeah.
So never mind. You can have 4 sets and make this a play easily.
Yeah.
At least in my opinion. If anyone thinks differently, please let us know in the chat. I'd be curious to hear your thoughts.
You also notice that everybody in this film is smoking too.
Oh, yeah, of course. That was a thing back then.
That was a very big thing during Hollywood's golden age. A lot of people just like to smoke.
Well, the nicotine, it was addictive.
It was yes, very true.
I
will grant you that. I mean, how many cigarettes does Bogey smoke in this movie? Like 30?
I don't know, but it's what killed him.
Sadly, by the way, R.I.P. to all the legendary actors and actresses who took part in this movie.
Yeah, that's what killed him was a cancer.
Sadly, which reminds me, though, I do have to watch more of his filmography because I've only seen less than a handful of Bogey's films.
Yeah, Bogey was a heavy smoker and drinker, and he died of asphyxia. No, cancer of the esophagus. Yeah,
some word that we can't pronounce on this show.
Was it the esophagus?
The esophagus. Thank you. I couldn't even say that word today.
Rose coming in at the very last second.
Oh yeah, she helps me out all the time.
Really? You don't say. No.
Well, that's the beauty of working with her as I do.
And by the way, congratulations to the both of you on the success of your show. It's been very good.
Thank you
very much.
Excellent.
I hope you watched.
You guys did a tribute to Conroy, didn't you?
Yeah, we did.
Yesterday, yes.
Yeah, it was a good show. I thought we did well on that.
Came out really well.
Yeah, we did our tribute to Kevin last week, and it was. It was sad, but at the same time, it was fun reminiscing.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Our show went over I thought the show was only going to be like an hour and a little bit of change. We ended up going 2 hours and 15 minutes last week.
Oh,
it was a lot of fun.
Here we go.
Play it, Sam.
Play it, Sam. I know it.
I don't know where Rick is. He hasn't been here all night. Is Rick always leaving?
He's got a girl somewhere.
He's got a girl someplace. Maybe at the Blue Parrot.
Yeah.
You're used to be much better than I am.
The problem is he's not very good at lying. He's
not very good at lying. But I'm telling you, man, when you look at her and you have the camera focused specifically on those solo shots of Ingrid, I'm like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Gorgeous and talented actress.
Okay, here's a fun fact. Okay, back in the 80s, when Ted Turner got his hands on the library,
Yes,
they colorized this film.
I heard they did. There was a color version of the
Oh
film.
yeah.
There was.
Lots of
That
yellow suits. They
colorization is
said
so bad.
Hmm.
Ugh.
it was.
You
It
know
was
what?
horrible. And then they never saw the light of day again.
Which is, and then every
The whole
Blu-ray and
thing
DVD
about
release
black and
since.
white movies is that they're framed and filmed a certain way
The
to
lighting is
accentuate
even done.
the lighting. Yes.
Yeah. So remember this.
Play it, Sam.
A
Play
kiss
as
is
time goes
just
by.
a kiss.
Just, you must remember this. A kiss
I mean, just look at
is
the
just a
light
kiss.
on Ingrid's
Yeah.
hair in the shot.
Oh, yeah.
In the
Yeah,
shadow,
that
you know?
look at the makeup on her, you know?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
It's incredible. It's incredible.
Yeah.
The
Even the
moment she
lipstick.
walks into the movie, I'm thinking to myself, okay, I don't care about Bogey, Henry, anyone else in this movie. I just care about Ingrid and what she's up to. Honestly.
How could you not fall in love with that?
She is a mesmerizing person. She just is.
Yeah.
And then Rick walks in and he hears something he doesn't like
He's
to hear.
pissed. He's pissed.
Like, what's going on here? Sam, I thought I told you not to put. And then all of a sudden, she's here. Oh, I'm sorry, Garth. I didn't mean to. He says the airport scene was a small set. They used short actors by the plane. It's not even full sized.
Yep.
By the way, Garth says you say it like it's Big Bird's imaginary friend. What are you? Hey, never mind. I don't know what Garth's getting. You're being silly, Garth. I love you. Oh, this is Vic. Oh, and this is Vic. Oh, you two know each other. Vic Lazar, how do you do? By the way, the greeting of people, how do you do? That's interesting.
Yeah.
No one says that anymore. Oh, he won't join it. Oh, of course I'll join it. Oh my, a precedent is being broken. Victor Laszlo. Last time we saw her was La Bella Roa. The Germans wore gray, you wore blue. I can't help it. I've actually watched this movie once or twice in the last couple of days, so all the lines are still fresh in my mind.
But see, that's the thing. Those lines are just so easy to remember. Okay.
Yeah.
You know, and that's the thing about this film, because the writing is done so well. The problem is they really. I heard an interview with the guys who wrote this film, and they did not have an ending until very near the end of shooting.
Yep. They were still like figuring it out as the film was being shot. It's like, okay, how are we going to end this thing? How are we going to end this thing? We don't know. It's like Indiana Jones. We were just making it up as we go.
Yeah, and that's the interesting part about this film. You know, there's it almost when you hear about the making of behind the scenes, it's very much, it feels like it was ad-libbed a lot, you know, but the script is just solid.
It really is. By the way, Garth was referring to something earlier on. He says you say like it's Big Bird's imaginary friend. That was referring to esophagus.
Okay.
Mr. Snuffleupagus.
Mr. Snuffleupagus. No, that's something else. That's something else.
That was from Sesame Street. Oh my gosh. Oh boy. You know, pretty soon, I mean, we're in the midst of something known as the holiday season. Pretty soon, it's going to be time for some of us to go on our friendly neighborhood YouTube and type in Christmas Eve on Sesame Street and watch that holiday special from way back when.
Hey, listen,
oh man, my.
I watched it live, but I watched the Star Wars holiday special when it aired.
Oh,
live.
come on, Jerome. Just put, you know.
You know how the Roses feel about that one. We don't mention that.
Thumbtacks in my eye sockets, okay? Please.
See, now you got her putting her glasses on because it's just so painful. It's like, why are you making me relive that?
Good God.
Someone posted a picture of that the other day, and I thought to myself, I'm not even going to bother. Why? Makes no sense. Anyway.
That was one of the most painful things I've ever watched in my life. I'll tell you.
Oh, you haven't watched enough stuff yet.
I think
far more painful.
Rose has very few regrets about her life, but one of them is watching the Star Wars holiday specials. So there you go.
It's true.
I speak the truth. By the way, for those of you just joining us, just to give you a heads up here, we're about 36 minutes, 57 seconds into the film known as Casablanca, celebrating its 80th anniversary tonight. Yep. If you wish to join us, feel free to queue up your copy on a physical media or a streaming service. Let us know your feelings, your thoughts, your memories, anything and everything Casablanca, let us know in the chat. Let us know in the comments. If you are joining us for the very first time, thank you so much for being here. And don't forget to like and share this video with all of your closest friends because they're going to like the way they look after watching or listening to this special presentation concerning Casablanca's 80th birthday, we guarantee it. Of all the gin joints and all the towns and all the world, she
had
walks
to
in
walk
the
in
mind.
mind.
One of the
What's
most
interesting,
iconic
you can tell by his suit. It's a linen suit, which is something you would wear in the desert because it breathes better than say cotton or a wool suit would.
That's a fair point. I forgot about that.
Now remember, you're in the desert. You're in Libya basically, and it's hot.
Waters? What waters? We're in the desert. I was misinformed. I love it. That's so many good lines.
Yeah.
You going home, boss? No. What's that you're playing? Oh, a little something I made up. Come on, you know what I want to hear. You can play it for her. You can play it for me.
Play it for me. Yeah.
Man, he is just so. He's like, dude, I don't care if you can play it for her or anyone else, but you better play it for me right here, right now. Otherwise, I'm gonna.
Yeah.
You must remember this.
So the original name of the play was "Everybody Comes to Rick's."
I
just wonder how much of that was incorporated into this movie.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't think the play ever aired. I think that the studios bought it. I think I read it for like $20,000 or something like that.
Ooh.
I love the background
back then.
Yeah, I love the background on this. That basically they're in a car in the studio and they're doing a rear projection on the background.
Yeah, you can. It's very easy to tell what's real and what's fake.
Oh yeah, well, I mean, we're all used to green screen and all that, Look
at that, it just fades automatically to a country road or something like that. And
yeah.
Like, hey, jumping over here, darling. I don't have to look at the wheel. Just
Yeah.
Going in on the boat. Hey, give me some popcorn. Hey. Oh my goodness.
I love this part.
By the way, the costumes in this movie, incredible. Even
to this day, the suits are very much, styling. I don't know about the dresses because, the shoulders remind me of the 80s, with those big padded shoulders, but still.
Yeah, those shoulders over there, they remind me of the 80s, even though we're in the 40s.
Yeah, well, you look at them. I mean, they're similar,
Okay. I'm seeing it now. Yeah, okay. And yeah, you know what? I can see it now. You're right. Yeah. Brings to mind because they're dancing right now. So, yeah, that makes sense. And they even had disco balls. They even had the crystal balls back then.
Yeah. That's a heck of a robe. Is that a silk robe or is that like some sort of polyester that she's wearing?
It's a beautiful robe, though.
It is. It's fabulous.
Gorgeous. Absolutely fabulous. It's incredible.
She slipped into something more comfortable, and he's still wearing the suit and tie.
A franc for your thoughts. Well, in America, we say penny. Penny for your thoughts.
Yeah.
I seriously just want to get a crew together and just reenact scenes of this movie tomorrow on stage somewhere, honestly. I'm having too much fun with this, honestly.
Yeah, it's a great.
So much fun. Great costumes, great act, just great everything about this, seriously.
What's interesting is they hint at his past throughout this film. He was a gun runner for the that. And then they do actual news footage reels. See, this is from actual news reels. Okay. The Stuckers.
What was the rule in Hollywood films in the 1940s? Kiss scenes can only be like what, 2-3 seconds?
I don't know, but if you're in a bed, you have to keep a foot on the 1 foot on the ground.
Yeah,
really?
Yeah, there were certain rules during the golden age of Hollywood when they were filming romantic scenes.
Yeah, they called them the Hays Code rules.
Oh, the Hays Code. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. There were certain rules that the studios and actors and actresses had to abide by when they were filming.
Yep. And you also had to keep your personal life very private.
Too bad you can't do that nowadays.
Well, things like not Cary Grant,
Well, Cary Grant was a great actor in his own right.
Oh yeah, well, but he had, it wasn't Cary Grant I'm thinking of. Rock Hudson had his problems.
Rock Hudson.
Yeah, and then Errol Flynn got in trouble for his problems.
Hmm.
Okay, but see, that's the whole point. Now, if you look at her, she went and had an affair and got pregnant. And that she got blacklisted for a while.
Interesting. Oh, by the way, Jackie Foray is here. Jackie, good to see you. How are you? She says, I'm tardy to the party. Where are we at, folks? Well, I'll give you a quick timestamp here, Jackie. We are at the 42 minutes and 40-second mark here in the movie known as Casablanca. Feel free to queue up your copy on a streaming service or a physical media player. Watch the movie along with us. Share your feelings, share your memories, share your thoughts. Penny for your thoughts. Put them in the comments. Put it in the chat.
For the thoughts.
Exactly. Thank you. Don't forget to like. Thank you, Jerome. Don't forget to like and share this video with all of your closest friends because we are celebrating the 80th anniversary of one of the greatest motion pictures that's ever been made, known as Casablanca, and we are enjoying the heck out of it. And if this is your first time here with us, we welcome you and thank you for being with us, Jackie. It's good to see you. Yeah, she's looking at you.
And there's that famous line.
Mm.
They're looking at you, kid.
I'm gonna whoever I'm dating at that point, if we're out and we make it and I make a toast to her, I'm gonna drop the bogey line on her and see if she gets it. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna drop that line on her. I'm gonna think to myself, is she gonna get this? Is she gonna get it? Is she gonna get it? If she does, that's great. If she doesn't, hey, all I can say to her is, well, we have a movie to watch later. As Jerome pointed out, it is a good date night movie, folks.
It is a fabulous date night movie.
It is. And it works for any time of the year, not just that pathetic excuse for a holiday that Hallmark made up called Valentine's Day. Or as some of us like to refer to that day in February, it's called Singles Day or whatever.
This is a great film for like a second or third date.
Ooh, okay.
This is not a first date film.
Okay. See, we got the man with all the knowledge here.
Okay, you need to write a book on this.
No.
While you're dating.
Yeah. I was what you would call not a most successful individual.
I was gonna say, is there a pamphlet called Jerome's Advice for Dating?
Yeah, it's called How to Pick Up Girls. Okay. I actually read that book and it did help. It's all about it's all about opening lines and opening. They say basically the idea is you have to get over your fear of talking to people, and once you get to that point, you just have to be yourself. If they can't accept who you are, then that's not the person you want to date. We
learned that during a presentation that another film turned 30 years young, and we celebrated that earlier this weekend. It's called Aladdin, and one of the lines that the genie drops is, "Remember, be yourself."
Yourself, exactly. Very wise genie that was.
And played by the late great Robin Williams, R.I.P. Robin Williams. There will never be another one.
Here's a trivia thing about Robin Williams. I didn't know if you know this, Ryan, but we brought it up at our show. His roommate at Juilliard was Kevin Conroy.
Yep. Guy, amazing. Batman and Mrs. Doubtfire shared rooms together. It's amazing. Absolutely amazing. Batman and the Genie. Who'd have thunk?
Batman and the Mork the alien, or maybe the genie from Aladdin.
Yeah, there you go.
You choose your things.
Incredible.
I prefer the genie because both Batman and Genie were animated.
And they both came out in the same year, 1992.
Yep.
There you go. Fun facts. You didn't know. But yes, Aladdin just turned 30. We celebrated that on another presentation, which you can find right here on this channel at It's Nerd Culture. Make sure to watch that after you're done watching this special presentation celebrating 80th anniversary of Casablanca. By the way, Jackie chimes in. She says, Casablanca, it's a great movie to find on a big screen.
Oh, yeah.
That's very true.
Oh, yeah.
That is 110% true. I would agree with you. And by the way, Garth McMurray says, the perfect first date movie is Morbius. Oh, my Lord.
I don't know about that.
He's referring to, what is it, the more recent Marvel movie with Jared Leto?
No.
Ooh. Goodness gracious.
Okay, just so you know,
the wine glass tipped over. She's in love.
Yeah. Bogart was the originator was the original leader and founding member of Hollywood's Rat Pack. Okay.
Really? He was the OG. No kidding.
Yeah. And the person who called it the Rat Pack was Bacall, his wife, Lauren Bacall.
It was Lauren?
Yep.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Wow. Man, all
looking
kinds of
for-
amazing things being sprinkled throughout this special presentation.
What I'm looking for is who he was
I
married
can't find
to.
her. I can't find her, Rick. So she checked out of the hotel. She left this letter.
Yeah. Which is interesting how heavy it's raining. Him trying to read that in the rain is how heavy they've got it going. You know?
And the ink is just peeling off.
Yeah,
like crazy.
yeah. I just love that.
Here's an interesting fun fact about this movie that's about to come up here in just a
Really
few
great
seconds
effect, actually.
as they climb aboard the train.
Yeah.
Something happens when they climb aboard the train,
then-
and you'll notice it here in a moment. After they put their stuff on the train, though. Boom. Their trench coats are no longer wet. They're dry.
Yeah, I know.
Both of them are.
That must have been the
Throws
steam
letter.
from the.
Exactly.
There you
It's
go.
called-
Steam
it's called-
clean. There you go.
you know what, Rose? It's called Warner Brothers Studio Logic. Anyone else feel that way? Let us know in the chat. I'd be curious to hear your thoughts on logic about studios. Oh, you know, we had a lot of discussions about that during the presentation of Aladdin's 30th anniversary. There were a lot of Disney logic conversations that came up.
Yeah.
See, when she walks in here to the cafe, it's almost like a femme fatale.
Well, it's the scarf that gives that femme fatale thing off, you know? If you look at it, that thing goes all the way down to the floor.
You know what? I just noticed that. Yeah.
You know?
Doggone it. It does go
Yeah.
all the way down to the floor. Jeez.
You know?
Why do the scarves need to be so long?
Well, remember, back then you used the scarves. Women use the scarves like she's got it now over their head to prevent their hair from either getting wet or moving or whatever. If you notice during the whole film, her hair has never moved. Nobody's hair has moved because of how much hairspray they put on it. You know,
Well, a lot of this.
a lot of the hole in the ozone layer you can thank to Hollywood.
The ozone layer, yeah. Mm-hmm. Something of that nature. Yeah.
So,
Arguing with Elsa here. Like, why did you have to come back here? I never would have come here, Rick, if I'd known you were here.
you know,
Every movie, you know, the two movies I've seen this actress, Ingrid Bergman, in are just so captivating. Both this and Alfred Hitchcock's Notorious. Great movie, by the way, if you've never seen it. Hitchcock.
I think what was it also? She was another film, I think, something that was very similar to The Seventh Seal. I got to see, what was it that she was in?
Ooh, this.
I don't know. Hang on a second here.
Someone's going to have to Google that in the backstage area. Hint, hint. Jerome's already taken care of it. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
So yeah, Rose and I can just use our glasses to focus on the film as I'm doing.
Yeah.
Gaslight. Yes. Yes.
Oh, is that
Yes,
what it was?
Gaslight. Yeah, she was in Gaslight. That was a fabulous film.
Jackie,
That's
thank you
a
for bringing that
Hitchcock
up.
Film.
It is.
Yeah.
It is a Hitchcock film.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, it was one of the early
Are you
ones.
sure?
She was in. I think it was. Hang on a second here. I'll
Way to
pull it
go,
right up right now.
Jackie. Jackie's got
I
some
don't
fun
think so.
facts.
No, you're
Oh.
right. It wasn't a Hitchcock film. Why
Hmm.
did I always think it was a Hitchcock film?
Oh, it wasn't. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. Let's
Yeah,
see.
Jackie, we
it's
confirmed it.
kind of like a Hitchcock film.
Yeah, oh, yeah, very
It
much
is.
like that.
It probably is, but it unfortunately it is an official Hitchcock film. And then Jackie says it's one of my favorite films is Gaslight. Okay, I respect that.
Oh my God, she was in the Yellow Rolls Royce. Oh, what a great film.
She says there's a twist in that movie. Okay, I'm gonna have to
Okay.
look this one up.
All right, so here's one for you. Not only was she in Murder on the Orient Express, she was in one of my favorite children's books. She was in From the Mixed Up Files of Mrs. Basil E. Frankwaller.
You know what?
I don't
In
know
the
what
words of
that
our good
is.
friend Emmett, I think I got it, but just in case, tell me that whole thing again. I wasn't listening. No,
Okay.
I'm kidding. No, I heard you. Just-
No, it's a great children's book, and they made a film out of it in the 70s.
never heard of it.
It's a Caldecott winner.
Oh,
Yeah,
is it?
that and a Newbery winner.
Well, that Newbery Award winner, I know that.
Yeah,
Or at least I know the reference to that. I'm sorry.
yeah.
That's what I meant.
Yeah.
These costumes, man.
The hat on this thing it's like you got to wonder how they came up with some of these things. Tell me that doesn't look like a hubcap.
Anyone else think it looks like a hubcap? I don't know. I'm just speculating here because I have no idea what's going on right now. By the way, Jackie goes on to say most of Hitchcock's movies have a twist in the plot, and a gaslight
Oh, yeah.
definitely has a twist within the
Yeah.
film.
Oh, yeah. It does. It does. It's a great thing, you know.
Well, Jackie,
Between
I'm gonna have to add that to my
Spellbound.
watch list.
Oh, wait a minute here. I know what I'm thinking of. Hang on a second here.
Bringing
I
up the
just
fun
wanna check
facts in the studio, I see.
Yeah, I'm looking for something now. Was it her in this film? Hang on a second here. Now Jackie's got me thinking about other films of that time frame.
Hey, you never know what you're gonna get on these shows. Excuse me.
Okay, there's the film I know that. All right, so she was in Notorious with Cary Grant, Claude Rains, and it was a Hitchcock film. That's the one I was thinking of.
Which I've mentioned half a dozen times already.
Yeah, I know you have, and
Okay.
I'm completely
I wasn't sure if you were
oblivious.
paying attention or not.
Yeah, I know. You know. Okay, Howard Hawks said in an interview that he was supposed to direct the film. Okay.
This one, Casablanca, you mean?
Yeah.
Ended up being directed by Michael Curtiz.
Yeah.
Which there's a documentary on the Blu-ray edition of Casablanca called Michael Curtiz, the greatest director you never heard of.
Yep. Okay, the play Everybody Comes to Rick's was never produced.
Huh.
Okay. All right, let's see here.
Fair point. Jackie is bringing up all sorts of things here. Hitchcock related. I like Dial M for Murder, which I think was one of his British films at the time.
It's Grace Kelly, I believe.
Oh, Grace Kelly, yeah.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of North by Northwest.
I like that movie. I don't love it like other Hitchcock films, but I like it.
Yeah.
I don't love it, but I do like it.
Uh-oh. Oh, they killed Ugati. Uh-oh. That's not good. One of the things that was interesting of that time was women were always wearing gloves. I don't know if you noticed that. In, films of that
I
era.
think it was just a fashion thing back then.
Yeah, I think so too. Oh, there we go. There's the marketplace. What's the name of his bar?
What, Rick's Americana?
No, Sydney Greenstreet.
Like that?
Sydney.
Oh,
is that the blue? Yeah, the Blue Parrot. There it is.
They mentioned it earlier. The Blue Parrot. Yep.
Yeah, there it is. I just come for my cigarette order.
Going over to the Blue Parrot to figure out exit visas.
Yeah.
I like Bogey's suit.
Oh yeah, like I said,
and even the ties are like super. They're like short ties.
Yeah. Now you notice on his hand he's got a wedding ring on.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't even notice that.
Oh yeah.
Oh, now I see it.
Yeah.
Why does Rick have that on though? I don't get it.
Because he was married. Because Bogart was married at the time. He wouldn't take it off.
Oh, okay.
A lot of actors,
even for his character purposes, he wouldn't take it off.
Exactly. A lot of actors did that back then.
I was, in the words of our good friend Wayne Campbell, I was not aware of that.
Yeah.
No, I didn't know that either.
Yeah, he because that was one of the things I was looking up was who he was married to. He doesn't marry Bacall until he stars in the movie with her. Yeah, and she was 18 at the time, and he became a father at the age of 49.
Oof.
Yeah.
So that was Key Largo, right?
Yeah, and that's the funny thing is that him and I share the same thing about fatherhood. We were both 49 when our first child is born.
Fun facts about our parents.
You both had a daughter named Gwen.
Nah, Fancy Ricks.
You'll find Ferraris at the bar.
200.
Waiting for you. By the way, Jackie says no power steer. What is it? No power steering needed gloves for that one. Jackie also goes on to say Bogey was actually pretty short. He had to wear lifts in his shoes when filming.
Yeah, he had to, when he stood next to the guy who plays Major, the Nazi Major, he had to stand on what they call an apple crate.
Mm-hmm. And he had to wear lifts in his shoes because Ingrid Bergman was taller than Bogey.
Yeah, and when he sits down at the chairs, he's actually sitting on a stack of pillows too.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah,
I didn't know there were pillows involved.
Well, it brings him higher up, kind of like what put a big old phone book there, like you would do for kids.
Yeah, remember those days. I remember a movie. I remember a movie I watched a lot when I was a kid, and I still do to this day. And this movie actually turns 30 next year, which we may or may not be doing a special 30th anniversary watch along for this film known as "Searching for Bobby Fischer" with Joe Mantegna and Joan Allen.
Oh yeah.
The kid, Josh Waitskin, when he was playing chess with his father, played by Joe Mantegna's character in the film, he would put 2 phone books on the chair that he was sitting on.
Yep.
So the boy was able to see his dad, but also see the chessboard, so he can play chess with his dad at the same time.
Yep.
There's there you go. I mean, it's obvious when you see it in the context of the overall film because the boy is only 7.
Yep.
But the actor is, or the character is anyway. But Searching for Bobby Fischer is one of the best family-oriented films of all time, in my opinion. I love that, and it's a biopic.
Mm-hmm.
We may be celebrating that next year, so that's excellent. So get ready for that. That'll be fun.
Yeah.
You might want to tell me now on Regional de Shova. Oh yes, trying to get access visas at Casablanca. Very difficult. You pay me 500, I can get you 1. But I can't guarantee I can get you 2.
You see the scar on our hero's, our Elsa's husband there, over his eyebrow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's supposed to be right side of his face.
Right. That's supposed to be implied that the Nazis did that.
Adding to the character, I see.
Yep. Because remember, he was captured by the Nazis during that.
Mm-hmm. He was in a concentration camp for a year.
Hang on a second here.
By the way, do you think Brian K. Morris was inspired by Sidney Greenstreet to start wearing the fez? Or do you think that was because of his love for Doctor Who that he started wearing the fez? Probably a combination of both. And Brian K. Morris, if you're watching this, we're playing the drinking game. You know what you got to do, right? Take another shot. So there you go. Our hats are off to our good friend Brian K. Morris of Rising Tide Publications. Make sure you follow him on social media and go to his website called risingtide.pub. He's a great writer and a great human being. Check him out.
Yeah. Been on a show a couple of times.
His stuff.
He's a funny man, that Brian K. Morris, with that fez. Always got a joke to tell. And he's got mutton chops that were bigger than Logan's in the X-Men comics. Sorry, Brian K. Morris. I just got to call you out on that one, brother. It's all in good fun, though, I promise. Just to let you know, we are watching we are celebrating, the 80th anniversary of something known as Casablanca. We're at the 1 hour and 25-second mark here in the film. For those of you who just joined us, make sure you queue it up on your streaming service or physical media. Watch the movie with us. Share your feelings, your thoughts, your memories about anything and everything Casablanca related in the chat, in the comments. If you're watching this live or on the replay, thank you so much for being here. And don't forget to like and share this video with all 300 of your closest friends.
Oh, yeah. So Sidney Greenstreet, I don't know if Fez is okay. Mm-hmm. I don't know if Fez's were a thing in Casablanca back then, or if that was just something Hollywood did. I know they were big in the Turks, in the Ottoman Empire in Turkey.
Excuse me. Jackie says he wore a toupee. Are you referring to Bogey?
No. If you look at Sidney Greenstreet's wearing he's wearing a fez. Oh, here we are with that pickpocket again.
No. Be very careful. So varches.
Yeah.
Jackie says a smiling emoji is in order. Thank you, Jackie. I'm not sure what you're laughing or smiling at, but we'll take it.
Okay, so upcoming, there's a scene coming up here that changes the course of the film.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and I'll tell you when it is.
Sure.
Okay.
Everyone's entering the cafe at this moment. Everyone's grabbing a table, having a drink. Maybe they're having a cigarette. Why don't you?
Yep. Well, Bogey's already smoking.
He's already down to like what, his third cigarette of the night. Who the heck knows what's going on? And then you have your what is it? It's Captain Reno, the French prefix, played by Claude Rains.
Yep.
Jackie says so many fashion statements are being made in this movie known as Casablanca. And then she goes on to say, Bogey too was wearing a toupee. I don't know about.
I don't know about that.
I think there's a delay in my comments. Well, possibly, Jackie. We are a few seconds ahead of you.
Yeah.
But let us know anything and everything Casablanca if you wish.
Oh, she got herself a new guy. An entire second front.
Look at that, Rick. She found herself an entire second front. So captivating is Claude Rains. Everything he says. We're going to have drinks from here, to the end of the bar.
Oh.
Certain words and certain languages are being exchanged at the bar.
Yep.
Welcome back, Rose, from your commercial break.
Thank you.
I will not have fights here at my place. You see, Major Stasser, Rick is entirely neutral on the situation. By the way, Jackie, thanks for being here with us, but where's Phil? Where's the love of your life? Where's he at? Where is he on this subject? He should be watching this movie with you.
There is a delay, Jackie, from the time you comment to the time you see us speak.
Yep.
Oh, I love this part where they have to practice their English.
Oh, yes. By the way, Jackie says he's in the middle of doing dishes. Okay, well, tell him to finish up so he can watch the rest of the movie.
Well, Jackie, you got a good one there if he's willing to do the dishes.
Yeah, Phil, her husband Phil has been on our show a number of times. Good to see you, Phil, even though you're not watching because you're in the process of doing dishes right now. But when you finish doing that, please jump into the conversation with Jackie and watch this movie alongside her.
Yeah. To America.
Oh, really? Happy birthday. Oh, wait. Oh, it's her birthday tomorrow. Tomorrow is her birthday. Well, happy birthday, Jackie.
10 watch. What watch? 10 watch.
Happy birthday, Jackie. Must feel good to be 21 again.
Yeah.
That's great. None of us look a day over 25. It's okay. Do you know where Rick is? Oh, Rick, he's right over there. I like this. By the way, I like this subplot with this young married couple that's trying to find exit visas.
Yeah, and she's such a young, innocent child, but, I'm so much more experienced than him. It's like, oh, yeah, you both are like, babes in the woods.
I just want to know something. Captain Reno, is he a man of his word? Every time.
Like any other man.
And then Jackie says, thank you for the early birthday wishes. Well, you're quite welcome, Jackie. Happy birthday once again. I do like the subplot, though, of these two characters because it kind of tells you a little bit more of who Rick really is.
Right. It shows the softer side to him.
A big-time soft side to him.
And that's the whole point because they talk about him gun running to in Spain and this too that he does his own little thing to sort of needle the Nazis.
And then he says in the beginning of the movie and throughout the movie, he says, "I stick my neck out for nobody."
Right.
But Captain Reno was right. Underneath that hardened shout, you're a sentimentalist. So there you go. Which we'll find out a little bit more so a little bit later on in the film.
Yeah.
I like this stuff. It's some really strong acting here.
Yeah.
I mean the entire cast are strong. I mean, there's no question, but
yeah,
certain scenes just may or may not stand out more so than others, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that because there's really not a dull moment in this movie.
What's funny about this is the implication of what Renault was going to take from her. I did not get until I got much older. When I first saw this as a 13-year-old kid, I did not get the subtext of what she was talking about as a kid.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so
It's a fair point.
when you're young, some of this innuendo you don't get. You know.
Yeah, when you're a kid, everything is just young, naive, and everything is simplistic. And then you get older and you start doing something known as adulting, for those of you watching at home, and you realize, some things have not aged well. And then you think to yourself, ooh, now I get what they're saying. Ugh, that's gross. Why would they say that in a PG-rated film? Well, certain studios and certain properties could get away with such things.
Yeah.
And by the way, that's on a case-by-case basis. I'm not saying that every film was like that. But when I go back and watch some of my childhood favorites, they're not so much my childhood favorites anymore.
Yeah, I understand that.
It just depends on the film, though, because each film is a case-by-case basis.
Yeah.
And once again, Ingrid Bergman is striking in this outfit.
But here's my question, okay? They're supposedly on the run from the Nazis, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
This is what, her third or fourth costume change in the matter of what, 2 or 3 days?
Is that what I'm looking at here?
I mean, you look at it.
It's 2 days, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so here we are. If it's 2 days, I'm now looking at, this is her 4th outfit change.
Yes.
Okay.
4th outfit? Yeah, 4th costume change. I'm sorry, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of something else.
See, another drink, cognac. You have to drink some
cognac. Exactly.
Oh, here we go. I love this scene here.
I like cognac.
Oh, do you? Oh, there you go. Another fun fact. We're learning about our panelists in this studio tonight.
Yeah.
How are we doing tonight? Doing pretty good, sir. A few dollars.
Not as good as I thought.
Yeah, that's right. Not as good.
Yeah.
Did you try 22 tonight? Je t'ai vu, no Roberts. I said try 22. Now, Rick, if we were playing the game show, which is one of my all-time favorites, known as Deal or No Deal, I would choose case number 14, Pilar's case, because 14 in certain cases is my lucky number there, Rick.
Oh.
By the way, I don't have anything against the number 22. It's just if I were going to pick one, me personally, I'd go with 14. But then again, who knows?
14, black or red?
Me, I'm probably going to
22 again.
I'm probably going to go black on that one. I don't know. See, it ended up on black 22 already. I don't know. I'd probably go with. It doesn't really matter to me. Black, red.
This place is honest.
Sir, is this place honest? Honest as the day is long.
Few thousand less than I thought it would be.
Yes, we're doing well, sir. Because that's as it would be. Try 22.
Leave it
Mr.
there.
Rick, Mr. Rick. He's just a real lucky guy. He's just a lucky guy.
Yeah. Uh-oh. Captain's upset.
I never say no to coffee.
Did someone say that just now? Did someone say, I don't say no to coffee? Who said that?
No, I said that.
Oh, okay. Was that a line in the movie, or you were just...
Yeah, somebody Carl offered Rick coffee, and he said no. He did not.
Oh,
Yeah.
gotcha.
He said no to
The bartender's like, oh, you really? Really? He did what?
Now he's
Leave
overjoyed.
me alone.
Crazy Russian.
Go away, you crazy Russian.
Rick, boss, what you did was a great thing.
Yep.
Which it was, but, certain other things happen. Rick, you prove my point. It's just a real lucky guy. Landed on the right number. You just got the right amount of money. Did we ever figure out how much money in chips that guy got?
No, I don't.
I wish I knew how much money they ended up getting to pay for those exit visas.
Yeah, I think it was
Because it looked like a lot of money. It looked like
francs or
20
something.
grand. Maybe it was 10 grand? Maybe it was 15? I don't know.
I don't know. I thought that he said how much it was back a few scenes ago when they met with them in the office.
Oh, that's right. Doggone it. You have to figure that out later. Or someone can, I'll figure it out later.
Yeah. Let's see what we got here.
I don't know. So, Rick, first time I saw you, I knew there was something going on. Or something or other, I can't remember. Not trying to get lost here. For those of you who just joined us, we are at the 1 hour, 11 minutes, and 48-second mark here in the movie known as Casablanca. Feel free to chime in the chat. Let us know your feelings, your thoughts, memories of the film. Celebrating its 80th anniversary. If this is your first time being here, thank you so much for being here. Make sure you like and share this video with all of your closest friends. And thank you to everyone who has chimed in the chat with us so far.
Yeah. Okay, so this is the scene that the entire film changes on.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Where? To the piano? Someone's
no.
Piano?
Watch
anthems
Rick.
Are being played.
Watch Rick. Now, when Rick does his scene coming up, he just does one thing, and it changes the character, changes the film. You'll see it. You'll know it.
Okay. Now I really got to keep an eye on this one.
Yeah.
One of them's walking towards. Oh, Laszlo.
Right here.
Cute.
See where he nods? That is the change in Rick right there.
Oh, I just noticed that. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So here you have now Rick has picked a side. Okay. He is now no longer apolitical. He has picked a side. and now it's a different film. Okay. Okay. And I saw that a number of years ago. I think I read it somewhere that that was the most critical scene of this film was when he just nodded to the band later.
Yep, big moment being shared here by a lot of people in this film, and considering the fact it was set and released during the events of World War II, this made even more of a statement.
Yeah.
And the crowd goes.
Okay, so the many of the extras that had real tears in their eyes were actual refugees from the Nazis.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yep. True story. I did learn about that.
Yeah.
Which makes the movie all that more important.
Yeah.
A lot of significance being shown here in this movie.
Yeah. Oh, he's shocked. Shocked, I tell you, that there's gambling in this location.
Sir, here are your winnings. By order of the prefects, this place is closed until further notice. Please leave now, everyone.
Shocked.
Hey.
There's gambling going on here. Sir, oh, thank you.
Sir, here are your winnings. Sir, here are your winnings.
That's the beauty of this.
This is why I love Claude Rains so much in this movie.
Yeah. But what's interesting is that whole thing, that the whole I'm shocked, there's gambling going on around here, is used in a lot of things where hypocrisy, especially in politics, is done. You'll hear a lot of commentators will use that line when they start catching people in hypocrisy. So.
Really?
Yeah. So.
I am shocked. Love Claude Rains. Claude Rains has such great delivery.
Yeah. He was also in Errol Flynn's Robin Hood as Prince John.
Really?
Yes.
Boy, he's good at playing anti-heroes and villains.
Yeah.
But then again, it's Claude Rains. I mean, how can you go wrong?
Yeah. The Adventures of Robin Hood. That's what he was in.
Oh, The Adventures of Robin Hood. Okay.
Yep.
Once again, I don't think I've ever seen an Errol Flynn movie.
You and I will talk later.
Because there's going to be a lot of lectures being done.
You never seen the Robin Hood film? You never saw Robin Hood?
Not the originals, no.
Okay, look. There are two Errol Flynn films you have to see.
Which are?
About Captain Blood, which made him a star and was one of the great swashbuckling films of all time, and then Robin Hood. Because Robin Hood also has Claude Rains. It has Alan Hale, the skipper's dad.
Yeah.
It also has God, what's their name? Who is the actress in it?
The other person's name.
Yeah, no, I'm trying to remember. It's been a while. Claude Rains is in it. Basil Rathbone is in it as the sheriff. Or no, wait, he's not the sheriff. He's Guy Gisborne.
Olivia de Havilland. That's
Olivia de Havilland. Yeah.
Brought to you by our good friend Jackie here.
Yeah, and Alan Hale Sr. is in this. Okay. And if you want something interesting, go look up Alan Hale Sr. Guy was quite the man. You know. But yeah, again, at this time, this was part of that golden age from about 1937 to about 1942, 43. The films of that time frame were just phenomenal.
Which means I got a lot more homework to do after this.
Yeah, I'm afraid you do.
Yeah, the list just keeps on growing, fans.
But like I said, if people liked things like the Pirates of the Caribbean, you need to see Captain Blood. Okay. Such a great film. Based off the book by Raphael Sabatini. So, she's setting it up.
I don't think she really loves him all that much, though.
Oh, I think it was not so much love. It's just that she feels obligation and duty to him.
Yeah, I agree.
Because back then that was important. I don't think you've ever seen them kiss. There's a little kiss on the cheek, but very chaste. Oh, there's the threatening music.
Yeah, everything is like more and more high stakes.
Yeah.
Wow, that's something you wouldn't hear today.
Yeah, I know.
Everybody stays on the salary. No, okay, everybody's on furlough until we can reopen.
Oh, yeah.
That's impressive that he can stay closed for up to 2 to 3 weeks.
Well, remember, money, had different valuation back then,
It seems Elsa.
Once again, the light and
the lighting.
shadow.
Yeah.
It seems Elsa has turned desperate, and desperate people do desperate things.
Yep.
You have to give me those letters, Rick. I know you have them. Sorry, I can't help it. I can't help it. I know the line's coming, but it's just, I don't know. I can't help it. I love this movie so much. I don't know what to do. I can't help it. For those of you who may be wondering where we are in the film, we are around an hour, 20 minutes, and 10 seconds into the movie. Feel free to queue up your streaming service or physical media version of the film. Join us. Share your thoughts in the chat. Let us know how you feel about it. Don't forget to like and share this with all of your closest friends. We are celebrating the 80th anniversary of Casablanca, and we want to take this opportunity to thank you and welcome you. And I'm reversing my words. Welcome and thank you for being with us. That's what I meant to say, but there you go. Oh, would you look at that? Her husband, Phil, is jumping onto the stream now. Fantastic.
Awesome.
Phil, we hope you enjoy watching this movie with the love of your life. Feel free to let us know, or Phil, if you're watching this, feel free to let us know your thoughts in the chat. You got to give me those letters, but you're a coward. You're a coward. You won't do what's right, Rick. By the way, Jackie says, you're just too sweet, Ryan. Laugh out loud. You're welcome, Jackie. You're welcome.
Let's see here.
Oh, Jackie says Phil's going to jump on here because he loves to share his thoughts. Well, that's great. The more interaction we get in this chat, the better. Elsa just pulled a gun on Rick?
Yeah.
You gotta be kidding. This is how desperate she is. You better give me those letters. I will not ask you again, Rick.
Okay, so that young wife
Yes?
was the stepdaughter of Jack Warner.
The one who was trying to get the
Really?
exit visas?
Yeah, yes. Her name is Joy Page. Okay.
Wow. Amazing.
Well, back then, a lot of,
You gotta keep it in the family, Jerome.
well, yeah.
Keep it in the family.
She's
By the
doing a good
way,
job.
she points the gun at Rick, and Rick says, Here, I'll make it easier for you. Do it. You'll be doing me a favor. What's up, Phil? Good to see you, man, from the Distance Nerding Podcast. Phil is in the building. Good to see you, Phil. I was going to shoot you, Rick, but now I don't want to because I still love you. If you only knew how much I love you, how much I still love you.
Oh, Ryan, we all love you.
It's, I can't help it that I'm popular. Anyway, Phil says from the Distance Learning Podcast, he says, it's always a pleasure to be here, whether I'm on or off the screen. Well, it's good to see you too, Phil. If memory serves me correctly, Phil, you were on one of our last movie watch-alongs a few months ago. You were here when we did the 30th anniversary watch-along for Captain Ron with Kurt Russell and Martin Short.
Mm-hmm.
That was a fun show, too. Thanks for being with us there, Phil. As one of our two panelists.
Oh, here she goes explaining why she had to ditch him in Paris.
Yes, sir. That is correct. About the Captain Ron scenario, yes, it's true. So she left him because she
got
thought
told
her husband was dead.
No. She was romancing him because she thought her husband was dead. Then when the Nazis showed up, she got word that her husband was alive and in hiding in some basement or something like that.
The truth hurts, doesn't it, Rick?
Yeah. See, if that person hadn't found her, this would have been a whole different movie.
Yes, very much so.
That's a fair point. By the way, Phil chimes in. He says, of course, I wanted to do the James Bond Skyfall one, but we had a show at the exact same time. Well, that's okay, Phil. There's always room for another time.
Oh, if you're going to do Bond, you got to do the Connery stuff.
Well, we did Skyfall last week, or the week before, for its 10-year anniversary.
Yep.
Oh, no. If you're going to do it, you either do Russian with Love or Goldfinger.
Is that 63 and 64?
Thereabouts, yeah.
Well, those anniversaries have kind of coming. Well, no, actually, that's not true. The 60th anniversary for that would be next year.
Yeah. Let's see what we can find here.
Jerome, I hate to tell you this, but I mean, I respect the Connery films, but I'm not an uber fan of those.
Well, you don't have to be, but they set the tone.
True.
Especially Goldfinger set the tone for all the Bond films after that.
So, who's your favorite Bond then, Ryan?
Oh boy, this is going to cause a momentous stir in the comment section below. If I haven't done so already. Who's my favorite Bond?
Yeah.
By the way, did you know they did this as a radio play also in 1944?
No, I did not know that.
Yeah, the Lux Radio Theater. Ingrid Bergman and Bogart both reprised their roles.
That is actually a special feature on the Casablanca Blu-ray.
Okay.
Oh, you can find the whole thing?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
It's on there?
It's on the Blu-ray, Rose.
That's nice.
So if you want to, if you want to purchase that, you can get it off of Amazon. # not a sponsor. It is on Amazon.
You never answered that one question.
Oh, let me see here. Phil says, I'm sorry. Phil's chiming in here with some interesting takes here. He says, From Russia with Love is a Prime movie, meaning it was good, according to Phil.
It's also available on Amazon Prime.
Oh, there you go. See, more fun facts in the studio. By the way, who's my favorite Bond?
You notice he dodged that question, Rose.
No,
I
I'm going to
know, I
answer the
know,
question.
I know.
Well, I was keeping up with the chat here, respectively, though, Rose. But I will say,
You said it.
this is
Think it through.
hard. This is hard.
I love how he basically is telling the his mater D that he's got to sneak the girl out the back.
I think Daniel Craig is my favorite.
Really?
Really. I mean,
He
he's a
is.
good one. I mean, I think he rates up there with Connery because they're
Mhm.
both, when they both did their stuff,
Moore is my favorite, so there, I'll just put
Uh-huh.
it out there.
Roger Moore is?
Yeah, I mean, I
Okay.
grew up with Moore. Roger Moore
Live
was
and
like
let die. Live and let die.
Okay, good song. Good song.
Moonraker was the first
Wow.
one I ever saw in the theater.
My first one I ever saw in the theater was The Man with the Golden Gun.
You know, I'm going to date you guys even further. I'm going to say that the first Bond film I ever saw was a little indie film called Goldeneye with Pierce Brosnan in 1995.
I like that. That's a good movie.
That here's my honest opinion about, and this is a quick sidebar for those of you watching us at home. We're talking about James Bond franchise briefly, although it's kind of going to turn into a tangent. So my favorite Bond is Craig, but my favorite Bond film is Goldeneye. But I think the best Bond film is Casino Royale with Daniel Craig.
We're gonna have to agree to disagree on that one.
That's why we're friends. It's okay. There's no shame in that. Listen, just because your opinions are wrong, Jerome, it's okay. It's fine. I'm just kidding. Everything is subjective. If you like Roger Moore, listen, my favorite Bond actors are as follows: Craig, Brosnan, Dalton. That's it. The other ones I can live without.
So back to the film for a second. What's interesting is that everybody knows that Bogart's got the letters, but they can't find him.
Oh, that's right. We're going to find out a little bit more about that as we continue on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Enough about James Bond, Jerome.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah.
You notice who signed the letters? If you remember what they say, is that de Gaulle signed the letters, which is interesting because de Gaulle was the head of Free France, while this Marshal somebody or other was the head of Vichy France.
I did not catch that.
Yeah.
I did not catch that about this movie.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I'm sorry. Phil was chiming in here with a few thoughts. He says, I'm between Connery and I do love Daniel Craig, but he says, oh, I'm with Ryan. I'm a big Casino Royale fan. There you go. Done deal, Phil. That's why you and I are best friends, brother. At least when it comes to the Bond stuff. Everything else, that's subjective.
Yeah, well, again, we'll have to have a discussion later.
Yeah, Jerome's like, yeah, I'm going to have to give you a lecture there, boy. You got your facts mixed up about James Bond, you know what I'm saying?
Ryan is younger than us and grew up in a different Bond world than we.
I hate to say, Jerome, but I grew up in the 90s, okay? So
you young whippersnappers, get off my lawn.
I think Phil and I are around the same age. So that's why you're not so keen on our opinions.
You young kids.
Phil, didn't you tell me the other day? Not the other day. You told me months ago that you just had a birthday recently. What was it? Was it your 33rd? No. I think you just turned 30. Was it 30th? I can't remember. Phil. No, he and I are the same age. Actually, he just quoted I'm 35. So he and I are the same age. There you go.
Okay.
We're both whippersnappers, Jerome. We're 35.
You are young kids. I just turned 59.
Really? You don't look a day over 25.
Thank you very much. Checks in the mail.
There you go. Look at Rose. She doesn't look a day over 25. It's fine.
Oh,
well,
you know.
It's fine. It happens.
So here we have him also wearing a watch. I don't know if you can see that. I bet you it's a Timex. That was a popular watch back in the day. Oh, here we go. We got the setup going.
I'll tell you what. You come to my club, you make the arrest.
Yeah.
We'll make sure Laszlo doesn't leave the country. Or something to that effect. I know I'm misquoting it.
She's just not any woman. Yeah.
She's something else, Rick. That's what he's getting at. That's part of the point. We are about an hour, 31 minutes, and 30 seconds into the movie known as Casablanca. If you're just joining us, we are celebrating the 80th anniversary of this classic film. Feel free to queue it up on your streaming service or physical media. Watch it along with us. Share your feelings about it, your favorite memories, your fun facts, maybe some particular scenes or actors or actresses that stand out to you. Let us know in the chat. Let us know in the comments. And whether you are watching this live or on the replay, welcome and thank you for being with us. And I want to thank all the people who have chimed in the chat thus far. And a special thank you to our two special panelists known as Rosemary Rose and Jerome Connor of the, what is it, Saturday Morning Cartoon Show, I believe.
Saturday Morning Cartoons and Classic Television SmackDown.
Which we will discuss a little bit more so at the end of this show.
Yep.
By the way,
So
Ferrari.
basically,
did you notice that Ferrari always has a fly swatter?
Yes, I did.
You ever notice that?
What's interesting on if you watch this is that that where was I going with this for a second? He sold
the Letters of Transit?
He sold the Rick's Cafe to Sidney Greenstreet's character, and he basically said that he made sure that the bartender, the maitre d', and the piano player Sam all get a cut of the profits.
He's a good businessman, isn't he?
Yeah.
He looks out for his staff.
Well, he also knows that it's not Rick's Cafe without those guys.
Very true.
You know? Yeah, here we go.
You stay upstairs, we're going to make the arrest. They're right there. They're on the piano.
That's what I get for not being musical.
Oh, is that what he said? Oh,
yeah.
That's what I get for not being musical. By the way, Phil wants to chime in on something we brought up a moment ago here, Jerome. He says, Bond wore a Timex. Fun fact. Sorry, I had to make a callback to about 30 seconds ago.
Yeah, that's fine.
It's okay there, Phil. It's all right.
Oh, we had another costume change with her.
And she looks absolutely stunning.
Yeah, this is the picture everybody knows of her from this film is with this hat. And, of course, the lighting, you know.
I think when they did the reshoots, her hair was longer.
Yeah.
Did you notice that with her hat?
No, I did not notice that.
Yeah, her hair is longer because some of these were reshoots.
Yeah.
Towards the end of the film, I mean.
Yeah.
I have the letters. They're right here. Take them with you. Victor Laszlo, you are under arrest.
Oh, didn't see that one coming.
Make one more step. I don't want to have to shoot you, but I will if I have to.
Yeah.
Under the circumstances, I will sit down. Better make that phone call there, Louis, and don't do anything funny. I'm pointing this thing right at your heart. That is my least vulnerable spot. So many good zingers, don't you think?
Yeah, absolutely. But see, this is the thing is that what you've got is these two guys are friends, or at least, you know, they've known each other long enough that they can make these insults back and forth and not be insulted, even when you have this betrayal, you know?
So is Bogey wearing platforms here? Yeah, he is. He is wearing lifts in his shoes there, Phil.
Yeah.
And then, by the way, he said he had to walk, so I'm assuming it wasn't a box.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it wasn't a box at that point.
Horrible picture of the Fuhrer in the background.
And now we are at the airport.
Yep. Very nice foggy area so that, it, you know, you can obscure the fact that it's actually on a soundstage.
Car pulls up.
Yep. On that plane. Here was it. Gets safely away. Thinking for us. Oh, this is the great. This scenes are great.
Rick, what about you? You're getting on that plane. You're part of the region that keeps him going.
Yeah.
You got to get on that plane. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but someday, and you'll regret it for the rest of your life.
Yeah. I'm not big on making speeches. Even though he just made a really great one. No, let's have Paris.
What about you? Oh, we should have Paris. Another iconic line.
Never will. Got a job to do. You can't follow. I've got to do. You can't be a part of. Not being good at noble, except he's being very noble. The hill of beans in this crazy mixed world. You understand that? Here's looking at you, kid. The music just perfectly matches the scene.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Major Strass.
Rick, don't know how to thank you. Welcome back to the fight. Now I know we're going to win this war.
Yes.
Phil chimes in. He says, I like how they got him looking down at her, but he had to look up at her in reality. Laugh out loud, anybody?
Go. Was it? And I let her pretend. I love that line.
Here are your exit pieces. Gotta get on that plane. You're gonna miss it. Such a noble man as Rick. Did what was right. He did what he had to do. He may have wanted to be with Elsa, but he couldn't because there were bigger things at stake here than just him and his love affair.
Oh yeah, and that's what's the beauty of that.
There are bigger things happening than just. It's not just about you. It's about the world. The world is at stake because it's World War II. Yeah. We gotta do to survive.
Yeah.
Even though he loves Elsa, he does. It's like I can't be with you. I just can't. I gotta.
And
there are more important things in life than you and me.
And it's rare to see that today. You don't even see that in the films.
Absolutely.
It is so rare. You never see that nowadays. Never do. You only see it in certain movies such as this one. Oh, I'm sorry. I was just going to say you only see it in movies such as this one. But go ahead, Rose.
No. You're good.
Okay. I thought I didn't want to cut anybody off here. Well, Rick, you've finally done it. And this is an iconic outfit for Bogey, the fedora and the trench coat.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
When people think of Humphrey Bogart, this is what they think of as a trench coat and a fedora.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Every time. What's going on here? Victor Lazaro is on that plane. Well, what are you just staring around here for? Stop him. Get him off that plane.
I love this.
Step away from that phone. Don't reach for that phone. Get away from there. Put it down.
Ooh.
I say put the phone down. Well, they both fire at the same time, and yet Rick doesn't have a scrap.
Okay, I love. This is the greatest line of this film. What the captain says.
Major Strasser has been shot.
Here it is. Round up the usual suspects.
There it is. There it is, Rose. Round up the usual suspects.
That right there tells you everything you need to know about their relationship between the two of them. You know, forget the, this is the beginning of a beautiful friendship, whatever. The round up the usual suspects tells you everything.
I think this calls for the drink, Rick. I have a feeling things are going to be very different from now on.
Vichy water.
Drops it in the trash can.
Yeah. Well, basically, he's joined the resistance also.
Yep. Both end up being heroes in their own right.
Mm-hmm.
There goes the plane to Lisbon.
Lisbon, Portugal, which was neutral at the time.
Oh. You know, Rick, I think it's time you get out of Casablanca for a while. Perhaps I can arrange a form of transit. You mean a visa? Mm-hmm. Good, I can use the trip.
Now, this was dubbed over this point right here. This was looped in at the end.
Yep. They did at the very end, they did the reshoots.
Yeah.
Very nice. Very good.
Yeah.
Walking right off. Plane goes, and so do they. Isn't that special? Oh, my goodness gracious. Well, ladies and gentlemen, giving you an update here. We have reached the conclusion, the end of Casablanca's 80th anniversary celebration here at Nerd Culture. I want to thank our panelists. I want to thank you in the chat. I want to thank all of you who have watched, whether you're watching this live or on the replay. Thank you so much for being here. I want to say thank you to our panelists. Rose, where can the good people of the interwebs find you online?
You can find me at my website, www.warpedinfluences.com. I also have a YouTube channel, Author RM Rose. You can also find me at Arthur RM Rose on Facebook and on Instagram.
Fan flippity fliptastic, and making his first appearance here on this particular form of programming. Jerome, where can the good people of the interwebs find you online, sir?
Well, I'm available on Facebook under Jerome Connor. I can be found at the dying website known as Twitter as Connor Hood 1707. I'm a regular at Saturday Morning Cartoons, which is done every Saturday at 9 a.m. And I am also on Classic Television SmackDown, which is done every other Friday night at 8 o'clock.
And me as well.
Yeah, and Rose also. And somewhere out there in the greatness of the interweb, I have a MySpace page. So, we'll have to see if you can find it.
I do too. I was thinking about that the other day. It's still out there somewhere.
Yeah. So, there you go.
I was going to say, it's out there in the ether, the multiverse of madness somewhere.
Yeah,
Dr.
somewhere.
Strange may know where it is. I don't know. Dr. Strange, are you here right now? Paging Dr. Strange. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. Listen, I want to thank you for being here, both of you. My name is Ryan of Nerd Culture. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram at RyanRPM5. Also, all the links where you can follow myself and our fellow panelists here are located within the description of this video. So make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share, smash the notification bell so you get notified when our next videos go up. And I will let you in on something. Our next movie watch-along is coming up, I believe it's next month. This is going to be on Friday, December the 16th. It is the 30th anniversary watch-along of A Few Good Men.
You can't handle the truth.
Exactly. Starring Tom Cruise, Jack Nicholson, Demi Moore, directed by Rob Reiner, and that is going to be on Friday night.
And Kevin Bacon.
Yeah, 6 degrees. 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon.
Yep.
Smiling Jack Ross, Dan Caffey. Welcome to the big time. Let's hope for Dawson and Downey's sake you practice law better than you play softball. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry, that's a quote from the movie. But the 30th anniversary watch-along is coming up on Friday, December the 16th at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Remember, that's 8 p.m. EST, so make sure you join us on Facebook and YouTube for that. That is going to be a lot of fun, and we're going to have some special guests for that, so stay tuned for that. And also, a very special event is coming your way in the month of January. It is called the Multiverse Fundraiser, presented by Back of the Cereal Box. It is going to be held on January the 20th through the 22nd of 2023. Guess what? It is a free virtual convention that you can attend from the comfort of your very own home. We're going to have celebrity guests. We're going to have special panels. We're going to have raffles and giveaways. All the proceeds are going to be donated to the memory of the late, great John Ritter and his family. So hence the reason it's called the Ritter Rally, January 20th through the 22nd. 2023. Go to the website, themultiversefundraiser.com. Follow them on social media because we're going to be making guest announcements. Some of our celebrity guests are going to be announced very soon. Excellent Smithers. It's going to be a lot of fun, and you're not going to want to miss out on that. In the meantime, thank you all so much for being here, and once again, congratulations to the entire cast and crew of Casablanca. 80 years young and still going strong to this day. One of the most iconic films in cinematic history. If you've never seen this before, hashtag treat yourself. It's a great film all around. People love it. People love it like crazy. I mean, look at me. I love it to pieces. I can quote half of it right now, but we're not going to do that. So Thank you, one and all. You've been great. You're all wonderful. And in case we don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Phenomena. Take it easy, guys. And hey, here's looking at you, kid.
All right, I'm a little tired, a little wired, and I think I deserve a little appreciation.